And good morning once again on The Vibe on 88.9 FM. Now, my special next guest is the Ambassador, Rob Fletcher, for the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria. Good morning to you, Robert. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Sam. And yourself?
Good. And nice and cold getting in this morning?
A cold morning, good day is my motto.
Beautiful. Now, I've got the first question I need to ask you is, what's the name of your dog?
Hamish.
Hamish. And you were saying before
Hamish was actually one of 4 dogs across Australia that was International Guide Dogs of the Year for 2023.
Oh, wow. Good on you, Hamish. I mean, he can't see me. He's sitting on the floor.
He's sitting on the floor, and if anyone's from the Williamstown area is listening, everyone in Williamstown knows Hamish, but very little people know me.
Well, you have got an amazing job and an amazing story, Robert. And the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria offers over 20 fun and social sport and recreation programs. Now, I understand that they're for the blind, but also for low vision. Tell us a little bit about the activities.
Well, BSRV, which is the short for Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria, was founded in 1977, and I suppose as an organisation it's just continued to grow, largely under the leadership of Maurice Gleeson. He's been at the head of the organisation for 32 years, and we've grown to have a membership now of over 1,200 people.
Wow.
In Victoria, and we've got in excess of 400 volunteers that help support the various activities. So one of the main activities that I personally participate in is blind tennis, but there is also cricket, lawn bowls, golf, goalball,
Amazing.
Which is an interesting sport that I've had a go at, and AFL football, and the list goes on. But it's not just mainstream sports that we have blind versions of. It's also yoga. We also have a number of activities that are done via Zoom as a result of COVID, and BSRV have won several awards for that communication with people at home, via Zoom since COVID. And so there's wellness courses. We also do a number of walking activities, walking tours of various national parks around the Melbourne area. So there's a lot there for people. One that I'm about to actually start next week, Sam, is origami. It's our third.
Yes.
Yeah, it's our 3rd year running now. And what we're aiming to do this year is we're actually going to fold a group of about 15 blind and low vision people of all ages. We're about to hopefully create 1,500 origami decorations to adorn a tree, which will be then used in mid-December as a backdrop for a blind children's choir to carol in one of the best experiences I've ever had being associated with blind sports and recreation was actually having a lady coming up to me one day to say that she's felt isolated. She has very low vision, and she's felt isolated in the community for a number of years because she really did not know how to contact other people with blind and low vision. And she finally got hold of Blind Sports and Recreation and came along to one of our social activities. And she actually just came up to me and said, "Rob, I've found my people." And she just said, "I just feel the happiest that I've felt in so many years of my life." And we all need to be part of a community, and that community can be a wider community, and it also can be a more, I suppose, specific. And in her case and my case, Blind Sports and Recreation have really been the vehicle to get us into that community through various activities. So that's the reason why when I was given the opportunity of coming and talking to you today, I jumped at it, because if we can just reach 2 people in the community today to say, "Come please and just give us a call at Blind Sports and Recreation," and just become part of the community, and we'll find something that suits you.
No, that is so important. And you've got workshops here for the origami, which happen on Wednesdays from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Not only that, you bring your own lunch and you'll provide them with fatty chocolates to have.
Absolutely. I'm open to bribing anybody for a good reason, for a good purpose. So yeah, we start tomorrow actually, but Maurice's motto is that we don't force participation, and we also don't structure our activities in a manner that you'll feel lost if you're not able to come in a certain week. So we've got So people who will turn up tomorrow, will introduce them to the concepts of folds and origami, introduce them to the other people in the group, and then over the coming weeks we'll then develop like the folding techniques, and then we'll divide and see what interests people may have in terms of actually folding their own Christmas decorations. So yeah, anyone's welcome. It's lasting for a 10-week period where hopefully we'll meet our target of 1,500 Christmas decorations. And the great thing about this activity is a lot of people then take it home and teach grandchildren or brothers, sisters, family members how to make these Christmas decorations. And although I can't see them, I'm told by sighted people that they look stunning on a Christmas tree. So yeah,
that is amazing, and I can feel your passion too, which is absolutely just. I mean, it leaves me almost speechless. You know, you're a true ambassador for the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria, and they've got to be proud of you in that respect. But I've got to also tell the listeners, when I read your resume, I was really impressed. You know, you worked for ExxonMobil for 30 years, and you've only just elected to retire in 2021 for other interests. And I think if I was to take a guess, I reckon your other interest is to put more time into the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria, I reckon, as an ambassador. You do a magic job, Robert.
Absolutely. Well, even the ambassador program, Sam, is actually unique in itself and has won several awards all across the country and in Victoria, because what Morris has actually done is put together, well, it's a program where people can get out there and develop and hone in their own skills for public speaking. Everyone brings something to the table as an ambassador. Public speaking is something I got used to over the 30 years with ExxonMobil, but other people don't have that opportunity, so we send them to Toastmasters and develop those skills, and they get out in public and represent us with their background and what they bring. Because remember, my motto is that everyone's got a story. It's just a matter of allowing them to tell their story.
Well, you've already got a fan. I've just got a message from Michael who says you are an absolute ambassador, and you give nothing but inspiration to becoming a great leader for a great cause. So there you go.
Very kind.
Yeah, that's from Michael. Thank you, Michael, for that. And yeah, look, I think when I was reading your resume and I saw that you worked for Exxon for 30 years, what was some of the work that you were doing there, and how has that become probably your foundation to taking on the tasks that you have with the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria Group?
Well, ExxonMobil being a multinational gave me 30 years of excellent opportunity. I got to live in several countries. So I've lived in Thailand, Singapore, the United States, and travelled extensively around the world. So, and 14 years ago, I returned to Australia, and after returning, I lost my eyesight over an 8-week period. And ExxonMobil was exceptionally supportive during that process, and supportive for the next 10 years. While together we worked through the journey of having an experienced employee and how to utilise their skills. So I continued to travel up to about another 30 times internationally, and we developed a method of me being able to travel in a safe environment on my own. And it worked. I didn't get injured once, and I came back, and a lot of the skills a lot of the processes that ExxonMobil utilise are really what we would call common sense and logical, but they put structure behind that process, and I've been able to bring that to the table for a lot of our activities in blind sports and recreation. So
you are an inspiration, I got to say, Robert. You are an inspiration, and your loving wife Felicity, and of course your guide dog Hamish. You know, you've got great support, and you've just, like I said, you're an inspiration to what this is all about. And you know, some of the activities within the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria that you've been involved in, you're off to do the tennis today too, aren't you?
That's correct. As a result of Blind Sports and Recreation, Hobson's Bay actually have a blind tennis program down at Bayside in Williamstown. So if there's anyone in our part of the world who is interested, any age, any interest in tennis, please get in contact through Sam to myself. And please just come down and have a go at Hobson's Bay. And if you're in other parts of Melbourne and maybe listening, we have a blind tennis evening or training training group. It's social/training on a Friday night in at the Melbourne Park at Tennis World, and that's been going on for a number of years. And we have everyone from beginners all the way to people that will be going to the World Championships in Birmingham and competing for Australia next week. Wow. And then 2 weeks after that to Poland for the World Championships. So my doubles partner, Phoebe, her and I will be training in about 45 minutes to give her the best opportunity of bringing home gold for Australia in the Blind World Games in Birmingham. So,
well, you'll have to come back and tell us how you went. And if I know now, just by looking at you, you'll become not just the ambassador, but you'll become a gold winner, gold medal winner, I reckon.
But if there's anyone out there, Sam, because I'm not sure how we're going with time, but if there is anyone listening today, has a brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather, anyone, a friend, please, there is no one that is too old to start getting out of home and getting their independence and coming in and joining our activities, because I can guarantee you that you'll meet someone, you'll find something that will just make a difference in your life, and you'll become part of a community that you'll feel safe in, and you'll get to meet a lot of interesting people, and likewise, hopefully, we'll get to meet you and hear your story.
Yeah, and if they wanted to, they can ring the association, the Blind Sports Recreation Vision office on 9822 8876. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes,
that's it. Sorry, I had to sort of double check that, but so 9822 8876 for the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria. Just give them a buzz, and I am sure that they will be more than supportive and help you along. So that's great, Robert. We actually have run out of time. It's amazing how time just goes. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything that you'd like to say just to finish off with?
Please. Contact Sam. If you've forgotten that number, just contact Sam and he'll put you in touch with us. Please just come out and have a go, get out of home, and there's a great life out there to continue to be lived. Yeah,
and there's great offers, 20 fun social sports and recreation programs that not only just help those people that are blind, but also those who have got low vision of all ages and all fitness levels. And you can ring them direct on 9822 8876. That's 9822 8876, and that is the Blind Sports and Recreation Victoria. And our ambassador this morning, Robert Fletcher, thank you so much for being a part of the Vibe this morning.
Thank you.